I was sitting at the kitchen table, sketchbook open, pencils scattered, when Mom called from the living room. "Ethan, your cousin's here." I sighed and closed my book. "Yeah, I heard. You've never met Sarah, have you?" Mom asked, her voice bright. "Not really," I said, trying to sound casual. "We emailed a few times." "She's so sweet," Mom said, her tone almost giddy. "You'll love her." I forced a smile. "Sure." Sarah appeared in the doorway, a tall girl with long brown hair and a bright smile. "Hi, Ethan, right?" "Yeah," I mumbled, feeling awkward. I shook her hand. Her grip was firm. "Welcome." She laughed softly. "Thanks. It feels like home already." Mom beamed. "Make yourself comfortable, honey." I nodded, not trusting myself to speak. Sarah's eyes lingered on me a moment too long, and I quickly looked down at my sketchbook. Later, we sat in the living room. She chatted easily, telling Mom about her summer plans. I mostly listened. "So, you're really into drawing?" she asked, glancing at my sketches. I shrugged. "Yeah, it helps me think." "Wow," she said, leaning closer. "These are amazing. You've got talent." I felt a blush creeping up my neck. "Thanks." Dad came in then. "Ethan, show Sarah your designs sometime." His tone was approving, but it carried that edge that made me uncomfortable. "I will," I said quietly. The next few days were ordinary. Sarah and I barely spoke, but she always seemed to be around, laughing, teasing, staying close. Mom loved her presence. Dad approved. Lily looked up to her. And me? I felt invisible and uneasy at the same time. Then the night it all fell apart came. I was in my room, headphones on, sketching. The quiet hum of my pencil was comforting. A scream tore through the house. "Ethan, what are you doing in there?" I froze, heart pounding. It was Sarah. Her voice cracked, trembling. I dropped my pencil. What happened?" I know what you did," she yelled. I frowned. "Did what?" "Don't lie. I saw you." She burst out of the bathroom, wrapped in a towel, her eyes wide, tears streaming down her face. "You were watching me. How could you?" I stumbled back. "No, I swear, I wasn't." Mom appeared in the doorway, her face pale. "Ethan, I didn't do anything." I shouted, but my voice felt small, swallowed by the tension. "She's lying," I said, desperate. I wasn't even near. "Silence." Dad barked, stepping in. His hand shot out and struck me across the cheek. Pain exploded, but I barely felt it over the shock. "Ethan, how could you?" Mom cried, clutching her hands to her chest. Her eyes didn't see me anymore. They only saw the monster she believed I had become. "I didn't do it." I said again, voice cracking. "You have to believe me." "She's telling the truth, Ethan. How could you?" Lily's small voice trembled. She ran toward me. "You're disgusting." "Lily." I tried to reach her, but she recoiled. I felt trapped, cornered, suffocating. "I didn't do anything. Please, you have to listen." Madison pointed a finger at me, accusing, flawless in her fury. "I can't believe you. I trusted you." I shook my head frantically. "You're lying. You're making this up. You think we'd all be blind." Dad yelled, his face red, veins throbbing. "I didn't do it." I screamed, my words bouncing off the walls, meaningless. "Ask anyone. Check the doors. Check the—" "Enough." Mom sobbed. She sank to the floor, hands over her face. "Why, Ethan? Why would you do this?" I felt my stomach drop. "I didn't." She was right, Dad said finally, voice tight with anger and disappointment. "I can't have someone like you in my house." I froze, disbelief ripping through me. What are you saying?" "You heard me," Dad said, grabbing my back. "Get out." "No." I yelled. "You don't understand. Please. You have 5 minutes," he snapped, shoving the bag toward me. I grabbed it, shaking. "Mom, Lily, please. You have to know I didn't." Mom's gaze was empty, cold. "Go." Lily's tears streamed down her cheeks. "I don't want to believe you, Ethan, But I'm scared. I choked back my own sobs. You're being lied to. 5 minutes, Dad said again. He stood there, arms crossed, expression rigid. I stumbled toward the door, bag heavy on my shoulder. Madison's eyes bore into mine. Satisfaction and triumph mingled there, and I felt something inside me snap. Why? I whispered, barely audible. Why would you do this? She didn't answer. She only turned away, pretending to dry her tears, pretending I was nothing. I looked at Mom one last time. Her face twisted in grief, but it wasn't grief for me. It was for the story she believed. Lily avoided my gaze. I could see the conflict, the tiny flicker of doubt, but it wasn't enough. Dad's hand on the doorknob. Out. I walked into the night, the cool air biting my cheeks. I didn't look back. My stomach burned, my heart shattered, and my sketchbook felt like the only thing still real in my hands. Mom, Dad, please, you'll see, I whispered to the dark, empty street. You'll see the truth. I didn't know where to go. The familiar streets blurred past me. The sound of my shoes on the pavement was the only rhythm keeping me alive. I stopped at the corner store, gasping for breath, bag clutched tightly. My thoughts swirled. How could everything fall apart in one night? How could someone I trusted destroy me so completely? Ethan. A voice called faintly from a distance. I turned. No one. Only shadows. I sank against a wall, sliding to the ground, knees pulled to my chest. My hands shook. I didn't do anything, I repeated, over and over. The night felt endless. Somewhere in the distance, laughter rang out, carefree, mocking. I felt completely alone. I remembered my sketches. I opened the bag, tracing the lines with trembling fingers. They were the only evidence that I was still me, still real, still human. I closed my eyes, whispering again. I didn't do anything. The streetlights flickered above. Cars passed by. Life went on. But for me, everything had stopped. I had no home, no family, no place to turn. Only anger, shame, and the bitter taste of betrayal. And deep inside, I knew this wasn't over. Not by a long shot. I parked my car at the far end of the grocery store lot. Doors locked, engine off. My hands were shaking, my chest tight. I hugged my knees to my chest and tried to breathe. The night was quiet, too quiet, except for the occasional car passing. I whispered to myself, how could this happen? Hours passed. I stared at the dashboard, replaying every word Madison had screamed, every finger pointing at me, every tear on my mother's face, every cry from Lily. I ran my hands through my hair. Why would she lie? Why? Memories kept surfacing, her leaning close to me when Mom wasn't looking, brushing her hand against mine. The way she said, "You're not like other guys." I had laughed it off. I had ignored it. I pulled out my phone and dialed. Jake. I asked when he picked up. My voice cracked. Ethan? Jesus, man. Are you okay? No, I'm not. I got thrown out. Mom, Dad, they believe her. Lily too. Wait, what? What are you talking about? I swallowed hard. She said I was watching her. She lied. They all believe her. I'm on the street, Jake. I don't know what to do. Damn it, he muttered. Where are you now? Parking lot at the grocery store. Don't know how long I can sit here. Get your ass over here. Now. I don't want to trouble you. Trouble? You've been wronged, Ethan. I'm not letting her ruin you. 20 minutes later, I was in Jake's tiny apartment. The smell of takeout lingered. His couch was covered in blankets. He handed me a bottle of water. Sit, he said. Tell me everything. I told him in short bursts, words spilling faster than I could process. He listened, frowning, shaking his head. Madison, really? He asked finally. Your own cousin? Yes. I tried to explain. Jake. I shouted. I begged. Nothing. Dad threw me out. Mom, they didn't even look at me. Lily, she called me disgusting. Jake's jaw tightened. I don't get it. You're one of the most decent guys I know. She's lying. I know it. I slumped on the couch. You don't understand. They all believe her. I'm a joke to my own family. Jake's hand landed on my shoulder. I know you, man. You wouldn't do that. Not ever. I blinked. Then, what do? I have no way. No one. You have me. And we'll figure it out, he said. Do you want food? I shook my head. I can't eat. Not yet. Then his sister Emily appeared from her room. I hadn't noticed her before. She leaned against the door frame, arms crossed, quiet. Ethan, she said softly. I heard everything. Sit down. I did. My hands shook. I don't know how to fix this. She stuttered me. Did your house have cameras? I froze. Cameras? Yes. Security cameras. Door cams, hallways, anything. I shook my head. No. Well, maybe in the hallway. Dad installed one last year. I think it faces the corridor, not the bathrooms. But I don't. Emily nodded. That's a start. Jake leaned back. You think it caught anything? I don't know, I said. I don't even know where to start. Emily's eyes softened but stayed sharp. Ethan, if she lied, there will be evidence. Cameras, timestamps, anything digital. Don't panic yet. I swallowed, nodding, trying to trust her calm. You really think so? I know so, Emily said. The apartment was quiet for a moment. I stayed at my hands, trembling. I felt a wave of shame wash over me. Not because of what I had done, but because everyone I trusted believed a lie over me. Jake sighed. It's ridiculous. She's the liar. They are blind. But we'll fix it. I rubbed my face. I don't know if I can face them again. My parents, they think I'm disgusting. Lily, she hates me. Emily tilted her head. You're not disgusting. Not even close. But you need proof. Once you have that, no one can touch you. You can go back to your life. I nodded slowly. Okay, I'll do it. I have to. The next day was worse. Madison had spread her story to everyone in the extended family. My phone blew up with messages. Some distant cousins blocked me. Others sent angry emojis. Jake held my shoulder. Ignore them. They are blind. They'll believe the first lie they hear. Focus on the facts. I wanted to scream. They are my family. Jake shook his head. Not right now. Facts come first. We'll fix your family later. Emily pulled out her laptop. We start digital. Cameras, messages, metadata. Anything that can prove what really happened. I stared at her. You really think it will work? Emily smiled faintly. It has to. You didn't do anything wrong. We'll find proof. I said, voice breaking. I can't believe they all turned on me. Overnight. Just like that. Jake nodded. Madison's a snake, but it's temporary. Truth always comes out. Emily added, and when it does, it'll be undeniable. I clench my fists. Then I won't disappear. I can't. I have to make them see. I have to clear my name. Jake grinned. That's the spirit. You're not alone, Ethan. Emily's voice was calm but firm. We'll fight this together. Evidence first. Then confrontation. You'll have your life back. I exhaled, feeling some weight lift. Thank you, both of you. Jake patted my back. Don't thank us yet. We've got work to do. Emily opened her laptop. Let's start with what cameras you have, timestamps, any digital trails. That's our first weapon. I stared at her hands on the keyboard. If she lied, if this works. Emily looked up. It will. You have to believe in facts, not feelings. Facts. I nodded again. Determination replaced some of the shame. Some of the numbness faded. Madison had taken my home, my family's trust, and my peace. But she hadn't taken my truth. Not yet. I tightened my grip on my bag, staring out the window at the waking city. I won't let her win. Not this time. Jake leaned over. Good. That's the attitude. First, we gather proof. Then we return the favor. Truth, not lies. Emily glanced at me. And remember, Ethan, stay calm. The calmer you are, the better we handle this. I took a deep breath, letting her words sink in. Okay, I'll stay calm. I'll do it. I won't disappear. I will prove them wrong. For the first time since that night, a spark of hope flared. Madison had humiliated me. My family had rejected me. But I had allies now, and I had a plan. I won't disappear. I will fight. The thought repeated in my mind, steady, unshakable. I will prove the truth. I sat on Jake's couch, Emily's laptop open between us, and felt my hands shaking. I can't believe I'm doing this, I muttered. You have to, Emily said calmly. You need proof. The sooner, the better. I ran my fingers through my hair. I don't even know where to start. Madison, she's smart. Everyone believes her. Emily tapped the keyboard. Start with what you know. Cameras, messages, anything digital. You said your dad installed a security camera last year. I nodded. Yeah, after the break-in. Hallway near the bathroom. It doesn't face inside, but it should show anyone going in or out. Emily looked up. Perfect. That's our first evidence point. If she lied, the camera will show it. I grabbed my phone. I have to ask Dad for the footage. I don't know. Maybe he'll help this time. Jake leaned back, frowning. You sure that's a good idea? Last time he flipped out. I have to try, I said. My voice shook. I need to see it for myself. I dialed. Dad answered after a few rings. Ethan, what do you want now? His voice was sharp. Dad, I need to check the hallway camera. It's important. There was a pause. Why now? What are you trying to prove? I need to show the truth. Please, stop trying to twist this. You've embarrassed us enough. His voice rose. You don't get to demand anything. I'm not demanding, Dad. Please, just the footage. I said enough. Don't call me again. I hung up, my chest tight, stomach twisting. Jake shook his head. Yep, that went well. Emily placed a hand on my shoulder. Don't panic. We have options. You said Lily has her phone with her, right? I nodded slowly. Yeah, why? She might be able to help us with camera details, metadata, models, backups. I pulled out my phone. A few minutes later, a message notification appeared. Lily, I don't believe her. Something felt weird. I took a pic of the camera system. Thought it might help. I stayed at the photo she sent. It showed the small security camera, model number visible. My heart skipped. Emily leaned over. Perfect. That system has cloud backup. We can retrieve footage legally without your dad's permission. You really think it'll show anything? I asked. My voice trembled. Emily nodded. If Madison lied, it will. And once we have proof, your family can't ignore it. I swallowed hard. Okay, then, let's do it. Emily typed quickly, calling a colleague she trusted. Mark Rivera, Digital Forensics. He can extract cloud footage legally. This is his kind of work. I rubbed my hands together. Is it really legal? Emily gave me a calm look. Absolutely. We're not hacking anything. Cloud backups are retrieved with permissions and legal procedures. Nothing shady. I exhaled slowly. Okay, let's do this. By the next day, Mark Rivera was on a video call with us. Mid-30s, calm voice, precise. I need access to the cloud account, timestamps, and the camera's model, he said. I sent him the information Lily had provided. We trying to prove Madison lied, I said quietly. Mark didn't flinch. Understood. We'll retrieve the footage. You will have a frame-by-frame review. Emily leaned toward me. See? We're in control now. Stay calm. Hours later, Mark sent the file. My hands trembled as I clicked play. The video started. The hallway camera was grainy but clear enough. Madison walked into the bathroom, calm. No hesitation. No fear. She smiled at something on her phone before entering. 5 minutes later, she walked out fully dressed. Not a single sign of distress. No panic glance. No tears. Just calm. I froze. She walked out. Emily nodded. Yes, that's why this is critical. Watch closely. I leaned forward. Then, what happened next? The video showed her glancing at her phone for a few seconds, scrolling. Then, without warning, she ran back into the bathroom. That's it. I whispered, disbelief heavy in my chest. She ran back inside. Emily's lips pressed together. That's when the screaming started. Everything else was staged. I sank back into the couch. planned this. All of it. She knew exactly what she was doing. Jake put a hand on my shoulder. See? She's not smart enough to fool evidence. You've got her. I shook my head, voice low. I can't believe it. I can't believe they believed her. Everyone, my family, my life. Emily gave me a reassuring look. That's why we needed proof. Now you have it. Your name can be cleared. I whispered to myself, trembling. She planned this. Every detail. Jake grinned, a small spark of excitement in his eyes. And now, she's going to regret it. I didn't respond. I couldn't yet. My mind was still reeling. The betrayal, the humiliation, it all came rushing back. Emily closed her laptop gently. Mark says the footage is backed up and time-stamped. It's irrefutable. I stayed at the screen, swallowing hard. So, if I show this, it's over. Yes, Emily said firmly. The truth doesn't lie. Your family will have to see it. I ran my hands over my face. All this time, I wanted to scream at them. At Madison. Now, I just want them to know the truth. Jake shook his head. Better than screaming. Facts speak louder than anger. You have them now. I whispered again, almost to myself. She planned this every second. Every accusation. Emily placed her hand on mine. And now we have control. Don't let emotions cloud this. Evidence first, confrontation later. I nodded slowly. Right. Evidence first. Then, they'll see. The adrenaline in my chest throbbed, mixing with relief and lingering anger. I felt a strange clarity. Madison had humiliated me. She had manipulated everyone I loved. But she hadn't manipulated the truth. Not yet. And now, I had the power back. I leaned back, whispering to the empty room. She planned this, but she didn't count on me. Jake chuckled softly. That's the spirit, man. Emily smiled faintly. Hold on to that. The fight isn't over yet, but now we can win it cleanly. I exhaled, feeling my hands stop shaking. I will make them see. I will prove everything. They'll have no choice but to believe me. And for the first time since that night, I felt something strong, steady, and sharp inside me. Determination. Madison had her plan. She had her lies. But I had the truth. And that was stronger than anything she could stage. I whispered again, voice low, trembling. She planned this. Yes, Emily said quietly. But now it's over for her. I swallowed hard, staring at the paused video. My chest ached, but my mind was focused. She planned this, I repeated. She won't get away with it, Jake added. I nodded, fists clenched. The next step was clay. Proof first, then justice. The shaking in my hands didn't stop completely, but my resolve solidified. She planned this, I whispered one last time, eyes fixed on the screen. And I'm going to make sure everyone knows it. I sat cross-legged on Jake's couch, Emily leaning over her laptop, my hands shaking as we analyzed the timeline frame by frame. Look at this, Emily said, pointing to the video. See the pause there? That's when she glanced at her phone before running back inside. I nodded, heart hammering. She staged everything. She knew exactly when to scream. Emily didn't answer right away. Her fingers flew over the keyboard. Wait, there's more. I think she was texting someone right before the scream. I frowned. Texting? Who? She tapped a few keys, pulled up a deleted metadata file. Ryan Cole. How X look at this? I leaned in. My stomach sank. The text, timestamped just minutes before she ran out screaming, read, I'll make him regret rejecting me. I froze. Oh my God. That's why she did it. Emily nodded slowly. Weeks ago, she tried to kiss you. You told her no. You said, your family. This isn't right. Remember? I swallowed hard, the memory sharp and sudden. I remember. Her face, it changed. I didn't understand then. Now, I do. So this wasn't an accident. Not a misunderstanding. This was revenge. Emily's voice was calm, cutting through my disbelief. I ran my hands over my face. They all believed her. My parents, my sister, everyone. She almost destroyed me. Jake's voice broke the silence. Well, Now you have the proof. That text, the video, it's irrefutable. I nodded, heart still pounding. We have to send it to them. Mom, Dad, Uncle Daniel, everyone. Emily leaned closer. We should send it anonymously. Let them see the truth without confrontation. No risk of them ignoring it. I swallowed. Okay, let's do it. Within minutes, Emily had created a secure link to the footage, encrypted and anonymous. I typed a short note. Watch carefully. The truth is, hey. I hesitated. Do you think they'll believe it? Emily's eyes met mine. They'll have to. You can't argue with video and metadata. Facts don't lie. I nodded, sending the link. Then, silence. Hours passed, and I couldn't sit still. Where's my phone? I muttered, pacing Jake's apartment. Nothing, no calls, no texts. Then it rang. My dad's name flashed on the screen. My stomach turned over. I answered, voice tight. Dad. Ethan. His voice cracked, almost breaking. Come home. Now. Please, come home. I swallowed. Dad, what happened? We saw. The footage. Emily, whoever did it. We believe you. I'm so sorry, Ethan. I can't. I cut him off, voice trembling. Dad, I didn't do anything. You have to understand. I didn't do it. I know. His voice was shaking. We were wrong. I failed you. Please, come back. I hung up and leaned against the wall, breathing hard. Emily smiled faintly. That's a start. Minutes later, my phone buzzed again. My mother. Tears in her voice. Ethan, I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. I believed her. You didn't deserve this. I gritted my teeth. Mom, I needed you to see the truth sooner. But, thank you for saying that now. I'm coming over, she said. I need to hug you, to apologize, to make things right. I nodded silently. Okay. Then another message from Lily. I'm so sorry, Ethan. I knew something was wrong. Can I see you? I exhaled slowly. Of course. I didn't realize I was trembling until Jake handed me a bottle of water. You okay? He asked quietly. I nodded. Yeah, just overwhelmed. Everything, all at once. Emily leaned back. Madison will break when she finds out. I swallowed. She already will. The video, the text, the timeline. She can't cover it up now. Minutes later, my phone buzzed again. My Uncle Daniel. Ethan, we're so sorry. I should have listened. It's all my fault too. Please forgive us. I typed back slowly. It's not just about forgiveness. It's about seeing the truth. Now you have it. I felt a strange calm wash over me. The chaos that had consumed me for weeks was starting to shift. The power, it was no longer in Madison's hands. Jake smiled. See? Facts don't lie. You've got your life back. I shook my head. Not completely, but it's starting. Then, my phone rang again. Madison. My heart pounded. I stared at her name, frozen. Ethan, her voice trembled. I didn't mean. I panicked. I just wanted to scare you. I didn't think it would go this far. I let out a bitter laugh. Scare me? You ruined my life. You lied, manipulated everyone I love. And now you expect, what? I'm sorry, she whispered, almost pleading. I didn't know what else to do. I was rejected. You wanted revenge, I said flatly, voice low, shaking. That's what this was. You planned it. You lied. You destroyed me. I didn't think it would go this far. You should have thought, I said. Silence stretched. I could feel the shift. The mask she wore for weeks, confidence, innocence, was cracking. Emily leaned over, whispering, she's done. No way to recover now. I nodded, fists clenched. Good. Let her face it. She deserves it. Moments later, my mom and Lily arrived. The first hug I got was from Lily. Her arms around me felt safe. Real. My mother sobbed into my shoulder. I believed her, Mom whispered. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Ethan. Please forgive me. I held them both tightly. My father appeared after, voice shaking. I failed you. I'm sorry. I looked at him. I know. But now you see. That's what matters. I stepped back slightly. My gaze went to Madison, still on the other line, her voice breaking, futile. The power had shifted. I was no longer the victim. I was the one holding the truth. And it felt intoxicating. Jake smirked quietly. Welcome back, man. You've earned it. I exhaled, a slow, steady breath, feeling my strength return. It's over for her. The lies, the manipulation, done. Emily added, and your family, they see the truth. You've regained your life. I nodded, voice low, firm. Yes, but more than that. I've learned who really stands with me, who believes in me. That matters more than revenge. My phone buzzed again. Madison's last message. I didn't mean. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. The screaming, the chaos, the lies, all ended. I looked at my mother, my father, Lily, and for the first time in weeks, I felt calm. The power had shifted, and now it was mine. I watched the news on my laptop as Madison's reputation collapsed. Her internship withdrew her offer. Social media threads exposed her lies. My stomach churned, not from joy, but from the inevitability of consequences finally catching up to her. Emily leaned over my shoulder. This is what happens when manipulation meets evidence. The world doesn't forgive lies. I nodded quietly. She deserves this, but it doesn't erase what she did to me. My phone buzzed. Dad, I answered cautiously. Ethan, I failed you. His voice broke. I shouldn't have believed her. I can't undo the pain, but I am so sorry. I took a deep breath. Dad, you didn't even ask for proof. You just took her word over mine. There was a long pause. Then he whispered, I know, and I'm ashamed. I was wrong. Can you forgive me? I don't know yet, I said calmly, my voice steady. You didn't ask for proof, Dad. You made a choice. You believed a lie instead of your own son. I understand. Please, Ethan, I'm begging you. Mom called next. Her voice trembled. Please forgive us. We didn't know. We were blinded. I should have trusted you. I closed my eyes for a moment. You didn't even think to ask for proof. All your love, all your trust, went to someone else's words. Tears choked her voice. We're so sorry. Please, I beg you, don't shut us out forever. I opened my eyes. The wound runs deep. Apologies don't fix the nights I spent alone, wondering if I'd ever be believed again. Lily's text came next. I'm so sorry, Ethan. I knew something was wrong. I shouldn't have doubted you. I typed back simply, I know. It's going to take time. Then my phone buzzed again. Uncle Daniel. Ethan, I want to apologize personally. I should have questioned Madison's story, and I failed you. You deserve better from all of us. I stayed at the screen, silence stretching. Finally, I typed, thank you. That means something. But understand, your words don't undo the damage. Only actions can. The doorbell rang. I opened it to find Madison standing there, eyes red, trembling. She whispered, Ethan, I didn't think it would go this far. I just wanted revenge. I didn't mean. I looked at her, voice calm and cold. You destroyed me on purpose, Madison. You lied, manipulated, and made everyone I loved believe you over me. She hung her head. I panicked. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't realize it would hurt you so badly. You didn't just hurt me, I said slowly. You destroyed my life for weeks. My family didn't trust me. My sister cried over lies you planted. My parents, they cast me out. I know. I regret it, she whispered. I shook my head. Regret doesn't fix what you did. And I won't give you the satisfaction of my revenge. I won't fight you. I won't scream. I won't even respond beyond this. She looked up at me, desperation in her eyes. Please, can we talk? I stepped back. Distance is stronger than anything you could wish for. I won't let you touch my life again. Her face fell. Ethan, please. I said enough. My voice was calm, final. Distance is the only answer. You're gone from my life. I closed the door gently. My heart pounded, not with anger, but relief. The power I'd lost for weeks was finally mine again. Jake grinned. Man, that's stronger than revenge. You've got control now. Emily nodded. Distance isn't weakness. It's clarity. You're reclaiming your life. I took a deep breath. Then it's time. Time to rebuild. Time to move on. Within days, I found a small apartment. Mark Rivera gave me a recommendation to a design studio he knew. The interview was intense, but my portfolio, sharpened during my time of exile, spoke for itself. Your work is impressive, the studio manager said. You have a unique perspective. I smiled faintly. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. The first paycheck felt strange. Real. Mine. Not tied to lies, manipulation, or anyone else's whims. I was finally standing on my own. Months passed. My phone still buzzed occasionally with family messages. My father sent a note one afternoon. We're proud of you. I hope one day you'll forgive us. I replied simply, we'll see. One evening, I sat on my balcony, sketchbook open. The sunset painted the sky in gold and crimson. My phone buzzed. It was Dad, standing outside my apartment building, holding a small sketchbook, the one I had left behind months ago in my old room. He called up, voice trembling. Ethan, we're proud of you. I looked down at the sketchbook in his hands. My drawings, my thoughts frozen on paper, had survived. My work had survived. My talent had survived. I nodded slightly, not stepping down. Thank you, I said softly. He smiled, a mixture of relief and shame in his eyes. We lost you the day we chose her words over your life. I looked at the sunset again, calm, resolute. Now you must live with that, I whispered to myself. Madison's face appeared in my mind. Her panic, her lies, her desperate attempts at manipulation. But the bitterness had faded. I had chosen distance. I had chosen clarity. I had chosen growth. The apartment felt peaceful. My design work was thriving. Friends like Jake and Emily were steady anchors. My family, they had been given a chance to see the truth, to apologize, to beg. But the ultimate power was mine. I set my pencil to paper, drawing the lines slowly, confidently. Each stroke felt like reclaiming a piece of myself that had been stolen. The sun dipped lower, and the shadows grew. But I didn't flinch. I didn't falter. I had survived. I had reclaimed my life. And Madison, my family, the chaos, they had to live with the consequences of their choices. Justice through truth. Power through growth. Karma through consequences. I smiled faintly as the final streaks of light hit the city skyline. I had been broken. I had been betrayed. I had been abandoned. But I had returned stronger. And nothing could take that from me.